And I only showed like a few women over my history online. So I really had to show you guys that I'm better than you at everything and go pull every fucking bitch every time I go out. Can I still build a brand while partying like you? I mean, I would say no. But then the fact is, I'm so fucking good looking. I just lost my train of thought. The best way to flip 100K, I don't know, something like this. Yeah, probably like a full backflip like that. Maybe you could like roll it. I don't know. Maybe you could like flip it onto the, because these are 100K right here. So maybe flip it onto here. You guys are fucking drones all, hey, is this how you're supposed to do it? Is this what you're supposed to say? I'm all, hey, I wrote the book, bitch, shut up. But I tell them, I say, Benny, if you don't get your dick sucked today, you're fired. Fired. I say the same thing to Jose.
Well guys, it looks like that we are of course back yet again with another update on the biggest used to be swole cow on the internet. And the reason I say used to be is because he has become a full-blown lol cow, and the man is just no longer swole, but is instead becoming skinny fat ever since he laid off of all of the gear that he must have been using. So naturally, you already know that I'm talking about Wesley Peg Watson. And this guy has just been all over the damn place recently. And we have seen multiple different things that are brand new when it comes to good old Peggy here, where not only has he even realized that he is no longer swole, and he's changed his name from Real Wes Watson Fit to Real Wes Watson Life, so at least he's finally got some level of self-awareness, but he has also introduced Rick Ross into the fucking AMU, and has been apparently hanging out with him and fanboying and posting videos like this.
Y'all know what it is, nigga, the hustlers. We in this motherfucker.
I've been riding since Port of Miami, motherfucker.
But has also been making entire posts just centered around him taking pictures with good old Rick Ross, as he is shirtless, showing off the man titties that he always used to be out here making fun of. And the funniest part about it to me is the fact that Rick Ross is 5'11", and in these pictures that Wesley posted, it clearly looks like that he has a couple of inches on him. But with all of that in mind, and that goofiness of him not being 6 foot set to the side, it really has been quite the change up from the good old days where Wes used to scream at his camera about not giving into the vices while roid raging out, to where he is now partying with Rick Ross and getting fucked up pretty much every night. And even though he seemed to be pretty happy hanging out with his new buddy, there has been one thing that seems to have really pissed little old Peggy off, and that is the fact that John Bravo of course made another video about a week ago where he was not only clowning on little old Wesley, but he also revealed a couple of interesting court case details at the end of the video, showing that Wes is actually in a pretty big pinch with it and is now facing quite a bit of time, which is probably the reason that he's thrown his entire brand away and is just living it up as much as possible in the short amount of time that he has.
Now, what happened in court was Wes pled not guilty, and by doing that, the prosecutors, they pursued another felony charge on him that they weren't going to do in the past. And the thing is this, okay? He had to plead not guilty because, as we know, he's involved in a civil case. And in that civil case, if he pleads guilty to the criminal one, he's going to automatically lose. But in turn, now he's facing up to 20 years.
Wes rejected all plea offers, so now the case is set for trial in March. And because he said no deal, the state is now moving forward with 2 felony assault counts instead of 1. So in this case, rejecting the plea offer actually caused the state to reinitiate and reinstate the original charges. So now again, whereas before Wes was facing one count of felony assault at trial, now he's back to facing 2 counts of felony assault at trial. Again, that's not just double trouble in a cute way. That's double exposure, more counts, more possible verdict combinations, more sentencing risk, and more leverage for the state if they come back later with a new offer that suddenly feels less optional.
So of course, since Wes is dealing with both the criminal case and the civil case, he had to plead not guilty, and he is now facing a largely increased amount of time. And like clockwork, after John Bravo exposed this and put that video out there, his video ended up getting attacked once again and was taken down for a short amount of time, just like it always is when Wesley is being talked about. So it would have to be a pretty damn big coincidence that I do not think is a coincidence, because not only did his video go down, but Wesley followed this up with his own little video on a Q&A like he always does, And like clockwork, he was crashing out right after a John Bravo video got released on him.
All you hater weirdos, this is a chick saying they can't ever say it to your face though. You guys are so fucking weird. Like, dude, if you saw me in person, we would realize who you are, who you aren't, and who I am real quick. I don't hide, motherfucker. I'm everywhere. Check it out. Like, you guys who like talk shit, you bitches, even the women, the dudes who all talk shit, you guys are making up things you've never done. Like, trust me, you're like telling yourself these fabricated tales of what you could or might do, and you just are so weird. Like, it's okay though. I understand. I'm so good to watch. I mean, I can like look at me right now and be very excited on me. Just right here, doing nothing. Like, my hand tat, this shit, my head, like, god damn it. Ooh.
Now, first off, I have no fucking idea what that little self-influenced orgasm there at the end was about. Like, homie is more into himself than a fat kid is into cake. But I know damn well that nobody commented that on his Q&A and that he did that shit himself, just so that he had a reason to not only glaze himself, but to try to throw shots out like we don't know who they were directed at. I mean, this shit was literally right after John posted his video. There is no confusion in who he was trying to talk to. And it's only showing further that he's probably the one trying to silence all of these different people that have been calling his dumbass out. So with decision making like this, it is no wonder that he is now facing 20 years in prison again. And it's no wonder that he is just destroying his entire brand. And this isn't where the temper tantrum ended, because for some reason, he then thought it was a good idea to go into the comments on Instagram again and throw a little hissy bitch fit, where it started off with him just spamming anybody who had anything negative to say, or anybody that was just trying to help him, with projecting in all caps. And he did this for quite a few comments, before then actually deciding to project himself and get angry and respond to a couple of different people. And these responses were largely targeted at his fans who stated that his content was no longer for them, and involved him saying things like, "I know you're one of the motivational consumers who is offended by results," or telling people that your desire for validation that you will never receive is much more depressing, which is pretty crazy if you look at all of his decisions recently and how much validation he's seeking. But also involve him just calling his old fans judgmental and saying that they treated him the worst, even though his new path will be the greatest yet. And I find that one in particular kind of funny, because his new path has just been a path of doing coke off of strippers' asses. And these responses just kept going on and on, with him saying shit like, "Love when the opinions come from those who would never be a leader. Rule number 1, don't force your opinion," when that's all he did for years. Or just consist of him calling people mentally ill in some of them, and socially awkward in others, and in some of them he's just calling them baby boy. Or is mad that they are a fake profile, as he puts it, and don't have their real picture in their profile, so they're not a real man. And this has been a common thing in the past couple of weeks, but it really spiked when John Bravo posted his video. So he got mad and had to take it out on someone, since he can't take it out on John and was too scared to. So naturally, he just took it out on everybody in his comment sections. And after this, his Q&A then continued to go on, where he was already just mad and was responding to all of the comments pretty angry.
So a lot of these guys were like, "Wes, you're living wrong." I'm like, no, if you were doing it, it'd be wrong. Because you don't have any money, you have nothing going for you, and you would just be a dipshit wasting time out and about. Every time I go out, life-changing shit happens. Because guess what? We got the means to do it, kiddo. Done.
But he also went on to explain and to rant about why he changed his name from Wes Watson Fit to Wes Watson Life.
How do you start making money online without being physically fit first? I don't know why everyone thinks that it's only fitness. That's why I changed my name on Instagram to Real Wes Watson Life. I've never been a fucking fitness coach. Fitness people are the stupidest people on the planet. They go online, they're like, "Hey, this is how you do a bicep curl." It's like, dude, what the fuck is the matter with these people? You make more money being a friend to people and guiding them in life. And nobody has to be perfect to be a good friend. You just have to know what someone needs to do in the moment and be there for them. And the thing is like, yes, I'm way better than all these people at dialing macros. I'm way better than them add a lot of tips and stuff that I don't really talk about because it's stupid to break down the inner workings of a program. So that'll just make people not want to do it. But in all reality, like, do you really want a coach that's broke but can do bicep curls? What the fuck life advice is he going to give you? How to, like, cook chicken better? He probably can't even cook.
And I don't know how he could possibly be mad about questions like this, when he had built his entire image and brand off of being physically fit to where he was just constantly screaming about man titties and 10-inch arms. So it's just revealing him to be a further hypocrite to his fan base and to everybody else, and is only making things worse for himself as he goes on, because he is just completely destroying everything that he was about. This guy's main focus was fitness, and now all of a sudden he is changing it and abandoning everything that he taught. And this little rebrand that he has been doing just continued to go forward, where he just decided that it was only going to be about women and getting bitches. And that is exactly what he proceeded to talk about and rant about for the rest of his Q&A, which was how he does everything for women, and that is the only thing that matters to him now.
What are you guys doing stuff for if it's not for beautiful women? Like, that's kind of suspect. Like, you like never show women, like, what are you just after, like money and power and dudes admiration? Like, I don't want that. I want to be around beautiful women, mother. But anyways, was I talking about other women when I was with this girl? Well, probably. I mean, that's what I like. I'm talking about what I like. I pull more chicks than anybody I've ever seen and anybody that ever seen anything. I mean, I'm just saying. You guys don't see even nearly a quarter of them. But anyways, check this out. Check this out. You're not going to ever understand women until you become the side dude. They're crazy. How do I riz girls like that? I do not know what riz means. I would like to believe that it means get girls. You guys, it's very simple to get girls. You have to beat everybody. You beat everybody in the place you're at. Beat everybody online. Beat as many people as possible. And you'll get more girls. And you have to realize this. More chicks never equaled less chicks. So don't be afraid to show that you hang out with a lot of chicks. Don't be afraid to show it. You don't have to be them all. I really don't care to. Like, I literally love women. The best part of my existence is beautiful women. I'm not trying to just fuck them all. I want to find one I can marry, be in love with, and have kids. And that's not a psychopath and you could actually work with. But, yeah, women are the best. Women are the prize, I'm telling you guys. So I don't riz anyone. Women are the prize. I've been saying it. So I'm such a good friend, I attach that to my friends. So I tell Jose, I tell Benny, you guys have all this. Take the Lambo, you got a dope pad. You can drop my name if you want. You can tell the chicks that maybe they'll get to see me. Maybe. But I tell them, I say, Benny, if you don't get your dick sucked today, you're fired. Fired. I say the same thing to Jose. If you don't pull bad bitches, just don't even come home. Go to Motel 6, Sahara Hotel, whatever the fuck. Burn the boats. Burn!
And this is really all he's about at this point, is simping for these Miami women that are more plastic than they actually are real, and has abandoned any character traits and anything that he used to preach, and instead just sits there talking about how women are the only thing he cares about. And when he's not sitting there being mad at John Bravo, or being mad in the comments, or talking about how women are the only thing he lives for, money must be running pretty tight since he's spending it all at the strip club and on blow. So he has been sitting there trying to convince people to still sign up with him and to join his little coaching program by DMing him.
Of course I can, but I only do it the way that I made money, which is building your personal brand online. This is the best way to make millions of dollars in 2026 moving forward. You have to do two things though. You have to be willing to speak on camera, and the second thing most important, you have to never give the fuck up. Once I teach you the blueprint, it'll be applicable for life. And you'll just have to be smart enough to realize the other people are selling you a short outcome and I'm selling you the outcome. Some of you guys are already ready to start making 10, 20, 30, 50,000, 100,000 a month. Some of you guys, you have to build it first. Either way, there is so much money online, you have to do this.
And I have no clue how anybody could still be stupid enough to sign up to his horse shit. But he is still out here trying because he's got to have money to be throwing up in the air when those strippers are dancing. But with all of that said, I think this is a good place to end it because I do not think it gets any more pathetic than this right here. So if you enjoyed, please drop us a like and join the Saints Mafia, where we are gadooshing all of these clowns. And I'm out. Watching Wesley Watson continue to fall apart and lose everything he once was. In peace.
And it's usually more like we try to do 5. And then it ends up being 10. And then if we really keep going, it's 17 or 18. And if we really make it a shit show, it's 25 or 28. And if we fucked up badly, we're going to wake up tomorrow going, fuck, then it's in the 30s. But never 50. Never.